Welcome to the show. I'm the Star Wars Daddy. I'm bringing you a CAS unboxing video part 2. We had part 1 that happened right over here, and we went through a lot of items. There was a lot of Ewok cartoon. I think we had the droid cartoon figures, and we sold a bunch of these duplicates. And that happened a couple weeks ago. Then, today, we've got a whole bunch of things that are staying here in my collection. We've got multiple toy lines. Of course, we've got vintage Star Wars. We've got modern Star Wars. We've got WWF Wrestlers. We've got mashups of Disney characters that are Star Wars characters and Muppet characters that are Star Wars. We've got Tomy. We've got Tracy. It's never ending, you guys. There's tons of an assorted amount of items here in this CAS unboxing. There's 20 plus items. It's going to be absolutely insane. And I will tell you, there's some Meccano Star Wars figures, custom graded, that are going to blow your mind. You've got to watch this video. If you love content like this, you want to see Star Wars stuff pop up into your feed, let's get those algorithms going. The best way you can do that and support this channel is to hit like, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the bell notification, be notified of all the upcoming content I'm going to tell you about in the outro of this video. If you'd like to find all my socials, we got a whole bunch of them. Go down below in the description of this video, click more once, click more twice, and then you're going to see all my information pop up. A hyperlink will go across the screen. Click it. It'll show you my Twitch, my TikTok, my Instagram, my email address, my eBay link where I'm selling 50 to 70 vintage counter Star Wars action figures, playsets, vehicles, creatures, accessories, everything you need to fill holes in your collection in 7-day auctions on eBay, where I give shout outs to every single person that purchases from me in a video on Wednesday recapping all of those sales. You get price points, you get features, all kinds of things happen on those videos. And then we also have the membership link. Membership is crucial here on this channel. We're giving away free stuff. We have discounts. We have free shipping in some cases. We have a free t-shirt, 3D printed items, stickers, all kinds of stuff is happening here on this channel. It's unlike any kind of membership you've seen here on YouTube, and we would love to have you. There'll be a couple commercials, one about memberships in case you just missed that whole entire blurb I just did. And then there'll also be another commercial that is going to give you a 10% off discount at theorysabers.com. Use the code DADDY10 at checkout and get yourself 10% off the world's greatest lightsabers. You guys, they are incredible. I promise you, thousands and thousands of views on all my videos, like this most recent one, which is the Emo Boy Ren, because they can't use Kylo Ren's actual name, but it's Kylo Ren's lightsaber. I can use it, and it was incredible. It is girthy, it's heavy, it's manly, and you got to watch this video and check it out. And then when you see this video, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I've got to get a saber. Now I'm gonna get 10% off using that code. All right, guys, that's it. Short and sweet, making these intros and outros quick so you can just get right into the meat of these videos. I do appreciate all of those likes and comments and everything that helps support me. And let's shut me up. Let's get into this CAS unboxing. When Darth Maul first lit that double-bladed saber, every Star Wars fan felt it. And with Theory sabers, you don't just watch it, you live it. Every swing hums like the movies, the weight feels real. You can almost smell the smoke from the sparks flying. These sabers are pure immersion for fans who grew up dreaming of that moment. You feel the darkness. Each ignition is raw power in your hands, built strong, balanced, and absolutely terrifying in the best way. From Yoda's flash of green to Vader's fury of red, every Theory saber captures the cinematic magic. These aren't toys, they're masterpieces. They're collector grade, combat ready, and made for the fans who never stop believing they could be a Jedi. So yeah, it's completely fine to be an adult with a lightsaber. Head to theorysabers.com, use code DADDY10 at checkout, and get 10% off your order because, let's be honest, you can never own enough lightsabers from Theory Sabers. Okay, guys, let's start off with some of the smaller items that are, not the expensive, bigger items. And this right here, you guys, is from Star Tours in Disneyland. They have a whole line of the Muppets as Star Wars characters. I've shown these multiple times in videos throughout the last couple of years. And what do we have here, guys? A 2012 Lucasfilm Limited, Disney, Star Wars, Star Tours, Kermit the Frog as Luke Skywalker, 85.5. It's actually a pretty cool run. And again, I've got every single one of them. So this was the test right here to send it off to see how these would grade, and obviously got a very nice grade. So we will probably go through the entire line and send the entire line out so they can all be encased like this and displayed. They just look incredible. But it's quite creative and fun, and so yeah, we'll get all those graded. Along that same line is the Disney characters mashed up with Star Wars characters. And here we've got Stitch as General Grievous, and look at this display. I mean, what a cool item. Let's see what we have here. 2011 Lucasfilm Limited Disney Star Wars Star Tours Stitch as General Grievous, an 84.3. We almost had the 85. So again, another test of these figures, and we'll send this one or this series off to be graded as well. And none of these are in the inventory with CAS. So every time I send these in, they have to add them in there, which takes a little bit longer. But they get them in there. And so hopefully what will end up happening is every example that'll be there will be from my own collection. And here is another test. It's the Tailspin line from Disney. We got Baloo here. And look how big this display is. He had so many accessories that they had to fill them out like that. Oh, the label's right here. What do we have here? It's 1991 Playmates Disney Tailspin Baloo 80.5 for an overall 80 score. But what a cool display. And I believe I have the entire line loose over here, and we will probably send all those off to be graded as well. And we'll just kind of go through all these toy lines. I mean, that's my goal here with my collection, is all of my toy lines, everything that's loose, will eventually be encased in acrylic like this. It'll be incredible. Okay, guys, we had to send this one off to be graded because Kenner used the exact same Gamorrean Guard Pig body for this figure right here. And what do we have? It's the 1991 Kenner Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. It's Friar Tuck with battle staff, an 87.3, almost an 85 plus. But underneath here, we'll have to look up his robe. You can't really tell. But it is the Gamorrean Guard Pig's body. And then he just has a different head and obviously a different paint and plastic scheme, but it is the exact same mold. And so I thought that was pretty cool. We got some fluffies on there. Let's get those off. I thought it was pretty cool. So what we're going to end up doing is putting this next to a Gamorrean Guard Pig here in the collection so that we can remember that they have the exact same molds by Kenner. Okay, back in the day, Playmobil, they made what looks to be an R2-D2. It's very similar. And so this has kind of been known as, kind of a knockoff of a Star Wars item from Playmobil. And what we have here is a 1980 Playmobil, what does that say? Geobra Playmo Space. It's called the GE5P Robot 77.3. We got a 75 overall, almost a 75 plus. But look at this guy here. There's that BE5P there on the back. But it's a cool item. It's kind of a little off-the-wall piece, as it's obviously not R2-D2, but it's just kind of looks similar. The narrative is that it's a knockoff of R2-D2. Okay, guys, we picked these up in a collection. I think I had 4 of these, all different domes. And somehow I found that the red dome was the more scarce of all of them, so that's why we kept it and we sent it off. We sold the other ones. And what is this? It's a 1977 Tomy Star Robot, red dome, black limbs, made in Taiwan, 80.3. It's a cool little item. Obviously, we see a little bit of wear here right to the chest piece here, maybe a little bit up on the chrome there. But, overall, it's a pretty cool item. It still worked, too. I was able to spin it and have it walk around. But that's a really nice, it's a really cool piece to add to the collection. Back maybe a year and a half ago, I purchased this exact same item. Okay, not the exact same one, but similar item here, graded on eBay, and the seller did not protect it in any way. It broke and was all crumbled up in the acrylic, so I had to do a return, and he was all upset at me, like it was my fault. I was just like, hey, bro, you didn't package it correctly, so I'm doing a return. I mean, it's as simple as that. But he was like all upset and trying to defend himself. And I was like, it is what it is. Like, just refund me. I'm sending the item back. It's all good. And so eventually I picked up one loose. And I was like, well, I better send this off to be graded so I can replace the one that got broken. And what do we have here? It's a 2013 Hasbro Star Wars, the Black Series 3.75-inch Darth Plagueis. Number, what does that say? 18, number 18, a 92.2, almost a 90 plus. But what a cool item. What a great display here. And I think this is definitely worthy of grading, as it's a character I think we would love to see more of. Now, we did see this in the Acolyte. We saw him slightly, but I don't think that was the right time or place. So hopefully we'll get a better time and place for him to make an appearance, and that'll be pretty cool. And if you know, you know, I'm on an Indiana Jones Kenner run of graded items. I'm now down to one. We have one left. It's the Throne Room. Indiana Jones is the only one that I need, and I have found multiple examples, but it's missing. It's always missing a part. I can't find one that's complete, that's affordable. They seem to be very expensive right now. But what we have here, this is the 1982 Kenner Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones, 78.8, 75 plus, almost the 80. But we'll take it. I mean, what a cool item. The thumbs aren't broken. There's no paint wear. It's just a very clean figure. There was like the slightest paint wear, I think, maybe up on his hand right here. See it right there? There's a little scratch. I believe that was the only thing wrong. Oh, maybe there on the knuckle. So there's a little tick on the knuckle. And maybe the tiniest one on the thumb right here. It's hard to tell. So a couple like really tiny marks that probably brought him down to that 75 plus. But still, a great item. Can't wait to get this next to all the other Indiana Jones figures. One of the greatest WrestleManias in all-time history was between this one and what we're going to see next, the Ultimate Warrior. And this is the WWF Hasbro figures. I had all these as a kid. Not all of them, but I had a very nice collection of them and loved playing with them. They were absolutely great. And then at one point, I had the entire run loose in the ring. All of them in the ring, and the ropes were bowing out on all sides because there's so many figures that I'd piled into the ring, standing up. It was quite a collection. And then when my son said he was no longer into wrestling, I was like, oh no. So I sold them all off one by one, and then now I'm like, oh well, I shouldn't have done that. So we're trying to gather some of them back, and I think this is the way to do it when we find really nice examples. What do we have here? We got the 1990 Hasbro WWF Series 1 with file card. Well, that's a misprint. There is no file card here. So somebody misprinted that. Great. Ultimate Warrior with Ultimate Smash, 83.7 with an 80 plus, almost the 85. And just a real clean version of this one. A couple little marks there on the foot. Probably from somebody, you know, pushing down and causing him to spring. You push down on this right here, and he kind of jumps in the air a little bit, almost like he's, you know, doing a flying clothesline is what he does. So that's pretty cool. Then here's my hero, probably one of the most played with figures I had as a child. And mine had broken fingers on it. The fingers had broken off in a couple places. So this is a replacement for that, but it is a great item. I literally played this one to death. And we've got a 1990 Hasbro WWF World Wrestling Federation Series 1 Hulk Rules shirt. Hulk Hogan 82.1, almost an 80 plus with the 80 score there. And there's the back. He definitely was my hero growing up. I loved every little thing about him, and seeing him on TV and seeing him in person. He came one time when I was a kid to Portland that I know of. There was all kinds of issues with the WWF not even coming to Portland due to some, I don't know, alcohol being served, and they asked the alcohol to not be served at their events. But the venue here refused to comply, so the WWF never came to Portland. At least that's the story. That's what I understand. So here is a great item, and we'll add that here to all the new wrestling figures that we're having graded. All right, we were adding some Farm Boy Luke Skywalkers to the collection. We only have 4 currently, 4 Farm Boys. We're now going to have 6 after today's video. And what do we have here? We have a 1977 Kenner Star Wars Luke Skywalker EPM hilt, because it's the Taiwan version. It has the correct Taiwan saber with the EPM on it, 77.1, almost a 75 plus. We got the 75, and that's okay. I mean, look at this figure. We got maybe the slightest discoloring, you know, to this limb and right here. But look at the paint. There's the Taiwan. I mean, this is quite a beautiful figure for a 75, but we'll accept it because we know we have a little discoloring to the limbs and just right here on the leg area. But maybe a slightest paint wear just in the front hair there on his forehead. Otherwise, it's a beautiful figure. I wish they always would display the saber next to the figure, like they would if it was any other figure with an accessory. The accessory is always next to the figure, because now look, it's like up in his arm. Let's see if we can. Oh, there we go. Okay, I just had to smack it a couple times, so it did come down, which is great for display, okay? But I really would like to see the EPM hilt. We're talking, as we say it has an EPM hilt, but you can't even see it because it's inside his arm. I wish they always would just put them on the side of the figure. That would look so much nicer. But there it is. It's a beautiful item, and I'm glad we got the saber down. Okay, number 6 here, guys, is a brown-haired Luke Skywalker, and we got a pretty incredible grade here. 1977 Canon Star Wars Luke Skywalker, brown hair, Hong Kong, 83.4 for an overall 80 plus. Wow. And we have maybe no discoloring at all on this one. Couple, like there's this tiny little mark right there that I couldn't get off. And there's a little, scratch right here probably, and that's maybe it. No paint wear on the legs, on the belt. Looks beautiful. What an incredible collection. Obviously, the brown-haired Luke Skywalker, much more scarce version of the figure, goes for a premium, and we were able to find one here at an 80 plus. It's a beautiful item. Hey, it's me, Carl, a rebel soldier, and I'm back on Hoth again, searching for all those amazing perks that come with the Star Wars Daddy membership program here on YouTube, which I just signed up for. At least it's safe here now that the Empire has been destroyed. Wait, what's that? Ah! Oh no, the Wampa got me? The only way for me to get out of this situation is by using the Force. The Force that comes from the Star Wars Daddy membership perks, like member-only monthly giveaways. Free action figures and Star Wars Daddy stickers on your next eBay purchase. Free eBay shipping on all action figures and accessories in the middle and top tiers of memberships. And the Star Wars Daddy t-shirt I'm wearing after certain tenure. There are even more perks, but I don't have time to list them all off with this Wampa situation. I've got to use all these membership perks. I'm feeling the Force! I'm feeling the Force! Memberships! Okay, guys, we're down, I think, to 3 mini rigs that need to be graded. I have everything else graded in some way, shape, or form. And I think I have every mini rig here in my collection. I just think 3 of them are still remaining for grade. It could be 2, I'll have to double check, but we have almost everything graded. And take a look at this one, guys. What an incredible item. It's 1984 Kenner Star Wars, the Power of the Force Security Scout Vehicle, 90.3, is that what it says? 90.5 for an overall 90. What an incredible display. This is, CAS just knocked this one out of the park. It's beautiful. The spacing is perfect with the acrylic. The angle that they put it at, so it's you kind of see a little bit of the front, a little bit of the side. It's just perfect. So you see more of the actual vehicle, the way that they've actually displayed it here at a slight angle. Instead of being like this, you wouldn't have seen any of the front at all. But here, being displayed, you can still see some of the front, the back gun over here, both sides of the head support. So it's just a beautiful item, and I am glad to add this to my collection. Well, I think in this video, we've finally achieved all of the items that we need back from grading to have our Lily Letty focused video that'll happen some point here, probably the next month or so, because we've got this one back. Now, I knew setting this in, there was some paint wear on this figure, but if you know what this is, you know what it is, and we have some incredibly expensive accessories that are here. Guys, let's go ahead and read what we have here. We've got a 1981 Lily Letty Star Wars Cloud Car Pilot No COO figure, 67.3, almost got a 65 plus. We got a 65, and I know we got some paint wear here on the head. So let's just take a look at that. So we got some paint wear there. Otherwise, maybe a little paint wear on the knuckles here on the hand. But we got the bright neon paint for the yellow, which is usually the indicator. with a Lily Letty, and then you got a no COO, so there's nothing here on the back of the leg. It would have normally said Hong Kong right here. But, you know, honestly, take a look at this figure. It's not that bad of a figure. You have a 65 here, almost a 65 plus, and look at the display. It's beautiful. Like, you wouldn't think it's a 65 unless you go up here and like on the side and like, oh, there's a little bit of paint wear on the helmet here where you can't see it when it's displayed. I couldn't care less, because these accessories right here, that's over $1,000 in accessories right there, which is crazy. But getting this comm link and even the like the blasters maybe $120, but then this comm link goes for $900 to $1,100 just by itself. They're so hard to find, but we got it all authenticated. It's all legit. And I picked that up from the TSLLS. I believe that is the Facebook group acronym, which is a Lily Letty Facebook group. And I got it from Jose. He took care of me. We made a deal. Obviously, it's outside of eBay. It's on Facebook. And so he was happy. I was happy. And we got this thing finally graded. It was the last action figure from the Lily Letty line that I did not have graded because I didn't have the accessories. I had the figure, just didn't have the accessories. Now we are all complete. We have every figure complete. It's incredible. I think every figure is graded, which is also unbelievable. So we'll have a video soon on the Lily Lettys. And we got one more item here in this unboxing that will complete, I think, what we have in the collection. Okay, guys, I zoomed out because we've got a gigantic item. If you know, and you've seen my Dick Tracy video, we have every single action figure loose graded, even the blank, which there were only 3,000 of her made and released in Canada. That was it. And I've got one of them loose graded up in my collection. It was like I don't know, it was like a 90 or something, 85 plus. It was a beautiful grade. And then we've got the boxed vehicles now. We've got Dick Tracy's police squad car. And this one didn't get the best grade, okay? But it's all right. I mean, it's a boxed item that's old. It's going to have some dings on it. And this one's qualified, meaning everything's inside the box, but the tape came apart right here. So they can't call it a sealed item. They call it qualified, because it's all in there untouched. We got 1990 Playmates Dick Tracy, Coppers and Gangsters, Dick Tracy's Police Squad car, 72.3, almost a 70 plus. We were just 0.2 away from that 70 plus. And here's the back of it. And I mean, displayable, beautiful. I couldn't care if it's a 70 if it looks this nice for a display. I mean, look at that. Like, that's a 70. I'll take a 70 all day. It's beautiful. So we got a big item here. Not sure where we're going to put this in the collection. We'll find a place, but it's great that it's big because we can stack other things on top of it. And the best thing we can stack on top of it is probably an item that is over here, which is its counterpart. We've got, well, let's move these around here. These are too big. We've got Big Boy's Getaway Car, and this one is sealed. So completely sealed. And let's see what we got on this grade. This one, I think we did a little bit better. And we did. We got an 80, which is great. 1990 Playmates Dick Tracy, Coppers and Gangsters, Big Boys Getaway Car, 80.5. Wow, what an incredible two items. I mean, they're just beautiful. And so we will stack these on top of each other and then figure out what we'll stack on top of that, because it's too much space to not use. So we'll definitely be using the top up here and find a place for this in the collection. But these are just awesome adds to all of this. All right, getting back to Lily Letty items, guys. Look at this. It is your Lily Letty Ewok Assault Catapult. And here it all is. But I will tell you, we had an issue. There was a touch-up on the box with black ink, which I didn't know, didn't see. And I bought from a seller, which I said I'd never buy from again, because I've had all kinds of issues when I've sent items out to be graded with ink touch-up, the person's shill bids. There's all kinds of things that happen that are shady with this seller on eBay. But for quite a while prior to this all happening, all these issues happening, the seller was awesome. And then it was just over the last couple of years, the seller started shill bidding because their items would go for probably less than they wanted. And then they really got into shill bidding like crazy. Even John, the action figure grader, had 2 different videos on the seller on his channel talking about the shill bidding that was taking place. It was very obvious that it was happening. And now I've had multiple examples. I think this is probably the 3rd or 4th example I've had issues with when I've sent off to be graded with ink touch-up of some sort, or box touch-up. And so what we did with this one, CAS reached out to me, explained the situation, and asked me what I wanted to do. And I said, well, I still want it in acrylic, So instead of grading it, because they can't grade it with the touch-up on the box, and who knows where it's located, I just asked them to authenticate it. So it's still authenticated, so it means everything's legit. Everything is in the box. Every manual, sales brochure, everything. And what do we have here? 1983 Lily Letty Star Wars El Regreso del Jedi Ewok Assault Catapult ink touch-up to the box they put on there. So we got the archived designation right there, but it's all verified, so it's all legit. It's still an incredible item, and it's now protected, and the box can't get damaged anymore, so we will accept it, and we will just make sure to never buy from that seller ever again. Okay, guys, here's something special. Purchased these from Europe. I got 2 figures to end the show here, and these are Meccano figures, loose graded, custom with the card back, the Meccano card back behind it. These are absolutely insane. The Meccano is a French released, so from the Meccano factory, it was in France, and these figures were released in France, and this is absolutely stunning, you guys. We've got a 1983 Meccano Star Wars General Madine. It's a no COO figure displayed with the Meccano card back, 82.1 for an overall 80. And they put the little staff here on the side. There is the Meccano card back on the back. And whoever had owned this before was, probably circling all the items that he needed still. And so that, there's a little bit of history there from somebody's childhood, which is pretty cool. And then there's the figure. How great does that display? Like, the card back is beautiful. The blister just kind of came off perfect right there, just left a little ring. But the card back is almost untouched. It's just beautiful. And then we have one more to go with this. We'll just leave General Madine right in the background. I'll snag this one over. It's the sexy Leia Bouche, and it's the same thing, Meccano. And here is the Meccano version. It's the Red Eye version, no COO figure. Is the one that was released in France. And what do we have here? Oh my gosh. It's a 1983 Meccano Star Wars Princess Leia Organa Bouche disguise. No COO, displayed with card back. An 88.8. All 8s across the board for an 85 plus. That is beautiful and stunning. I cannot believe we got such a high score. And there is her staff, her rifle, whatever it is. And look at this person. This person used red ink. Probably to mark off the ones they already had, right? You'd probably guess. Yeah. Look, I think the red is crossing them off, and then it would just leave these blanks here, or the unhighlighted ones that are the ones that were left. So pretty cool there as well. It's nice they used red, matches the Return of the Jedi logo, but there it is. Take a look at these 2 Meccano French-released figures, loose graded with the custom card back behind them. CAS knocks it out of the park with these items. I'm sorry, they just do. These are beautiful items and displays. And I can't wait to find some space in my collection for these 2 figures. All right, we did it. We got through all those items. I will tell you, we found places to put them all because I've sold a bunch of items. We have space. I put them up on the wall. We've got them documented with my insurance company, so they know all the things that I have here in this collection. We're protected, and the items are now displayable, which is incredible. We had, 5 or 6 different toy lines in this unboxing. How about those Meccanos? Loose graded, with the custom card back right behind it. CAS knocks it out of the park. They do. Their displays are the best. I have not found any other ones that I would prefer. They do the best job. Their communication's incredible. They're quick. They're inexpensive. They have promo codes all the time, sometimes with the Star Wars Daddy. We sometimes have promo codes here directly with just me, giving you 10% off. We don't have one of those right now, but I think there's one coming up. There could be one coming up soon, and we would love to have you use that if it does happen. And you got to use CAS, you guys. They are the best grading company that I have ever dealt with. If you enjoyed this content, you want to see more of it in your feed, please hit like, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the bell notification to be notified of all this upcoming content. Monday is going to show you all the eBay listings that are now available. We took a week off. Now they're back, and we have like 100 items. We've got graded comics. We've got Lily Letty figures. We've got graded bootlegs. We have last 17s, everything you could possibly imagine. We've gone ballistic, and it's happening on Monday. You'll see a sneak peek of those, or you can just go down below in the links, click the eBay link, and go look at them on Sunday when they go live in the afternoon. But otherwise, there'll be a short that'll come out. You can see that on Monday. On Tuesday, there's a $4,000 Star Wars collection unboxing, and it's amazing. It is last 17 figures that are like all mint and complete, and all the other figures are mint and beautiful. We've got collector's cases that are hard to find ESB ones that are pretty spendy, and you have to see the inserts. There are 3 inserts that look like they were never touched. Like they came right off of the printing press and somebody like sealed them up for until I opened them up. They are amazing. Those are going to go for premiums, of course. You know they are. And you got to see this video, guys. It's going to be incredible on Tuesday. On Wednesday, there will be a short. I did get a small collection in. I made a short from it, and you got to see it. It's actually pretty cool. Supposedly, a lot of these items are from an ex-Kenner employee. And you'll see what I'm talking about when you watch this short on Wednesday. And it's just a sneak peek of some things that'll start popping up into eBay. There's lots of duplicates, but that is where we're thinking that it actually is from a Kenner employee. And there's some cool items in there. You got to see it. All right, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you choose CAS to get your grading done. I hope you hit like. I hope you commented down below. All those things help so much, you guys. We're trying to get as many subscribers as we can to get that plaque. We want that plaque at 100,000 subscribers, and we're almost halfway there. We're very close to being halfway there. And memberships, guys, we're at 50 members. It just keeps growing. I do appreciate all of the support that I get from subscribers and members and everybody else that does all those little things that I ask. It really does help. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And guys, until the next time, oh my gosh, there's the Karate Kid. Wait, that's Luke Skywalker and Yoda. What an incredible mashup shirt. Who is your daddy?